Did you know Eminem capped about this album and got us wrong for 23 years? So I have been an Eminem fan since I was 8 years old, and yeah, the parental advisory and explicit content, I know that. Fuck it, I'm listening to Eminem because I love him. And it took me 16 years to realize that the Marshall Mathers LP is actually... So let's go with the timeline and start with the 1999 The Slim Shady LP, aka the Slim Shady Long Play. Not only this album is the birth of Eminem but origin of every aspect of Eminem's career. Let's start with Black and White Brotherhood, aka Dr. Dre and Slim Shady Brotherhood. The BET star is a white boy. This album also gave us the most underrated duo, Bad Meets Evil. So with the positive things this album also brought some critics. That is, the bully sued Eminem because Eminem dissed him real bad in brain damage. Yeah. However, last but not least, this album gave us Slim Shady, the guy we are very fond of, and therefore no wonder why this album is in everybody's favorite playlist. However, things get really serious when you talk about the MMLP, aka the Marshall Mathers Long Play. Now don't get me wrong, this album is no doubt the greatest album in Eminem's discography, but Eminem capped us about this album being a Marshall Mathers LP. Rather, it was a Slim Shady LP too. Let's find it out. First of all, a disclaimer: if you were weak as Will Smith while listening to the Slim Shady LP, I mean, you should keep your ass off the Marshall Mathers LP. Because if Slim Shady LP was sick, this album is like 100 HIV patients. So as this album is a Marshall Mathers LP, you were expecting Marshall Mathers to show up in this album? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Don't get me wrong. Yes, he did. But let's go back to the Slim Shady LP again. There are very few fans who liked Marshall Mathers in here, and Eminem knew this. In other words, Marshall Mathers' fan base is very small and Slim Shady's fan base is very big, like elephant in the room. So in marketing terms, he marketed this album, the Marshall Mathers LP, with Marshall Mathers' name, with a small fan base, like, a box with a really small fan base. But when you pop this box open, boom! It is the biggest surprise the world has ever seen. It's all Slim Shady taking over the whole album. Don't get me wrong, Marshall Mathers is still there in the song Way I Am, in the song Marshall Mathers. Even in the song Kim, Marshall Mathers were there, but as the tension was rising, Slim Shady took over the personality of Marshall Mathers and ended the life of Kim. So again, the album was marketed with a small fan base named Marshall Mathers, and everybody thought it was nothing, but when you pop that box out, it was Slim Shady, the biggest surprise, the big elephant in the room. That made the sale go crazy, and that's why I said it in the beginning, the Marshall Mathers LP is actually Slim Shady LP 2. However, the album was marketed does not change the fact that this album is the best album of Eminem's career, and it's always gonna be my favorite album. Let me know what do you think about this marketing strategy in the comment section. Catch you in the next one. Bye.